The Bulldog Radio Network proudly presents the Coach Gray Show on 102.7 FM, Kearney's hometown radio station. And now, Coach Josh Gray.
Heading into kind of the end of the summer practices and into the actual practices coming in August, how would you say your team looks compared to, previous seasons due to spending less time together?
Well, there's obviously a little bit different as we kind of take a look at things, but I think we've done a great job in, even being under quarantine, of the guys working out, following the workouts, whether they had a gym or not at home. Everybody had workouts. We were checking in. We were doing Zoom stuff. Do we look a little different? Maybe a little bit. We haven't had the time together like we normally would have, A, through school in the weight room and in class and things like that, but B, as we kind of continued into the start of summer, we were hampered a little bit on our starting point and some of the things that we were able to do as we kind of eased back in out of quarantine. But I think the one thing that we did as a school, we moved our weight room from the actual weight room into the gym, the old gym, to get us more space, to provide more ventilation, and to do some more things, to practice distancing a little bit better, and that's been great. So that was a good move, I think, by our district to move our weight room into the gym, and we had that up and operational, so we didn't have to try to make more modifications. We had to, but it was less of an impact that we were able to kind of come through with.
So with less preparation, on the topic of that, this season you guys have 3 new opponents that you did not play last year. Personally, you have not faced 2 of them. How do you prepare for a team that you're so unfamiliar with, especially with less time to prepare?
Yeah, that's always a tough one. I think, us open up before, we've played before, but obviously each year is new. Each team is different. This team is different than last year, and that goes for any other school. So as far as preparation goes, we kind of prepare one day at a time. I know that, sounds kind of cliche, but, we got to do what we can do each day and making sure we're getting bigger and we're getting stronger and we're getting faster and we're doing, when we are able to practice, we're making that time efficient, and, the kids need to be like sponges, and they got to accept the coaching and then perform it. So, not playing a few teams, hopefully by then we'll have some film on them. But, I think we approach it day by day and week by week for every opponent and kind of work that way.
How would you adjust as a coaching staff if there were limited or no fans this season? How big of a difference would that really make for you guys? Well,
obviously being at home, and for us, we travel pretty well as well, and they're kind of the 12th man, if you will, and that's a huge factor, and especially our home games. The place is packed, it's loud, and it gets crazy, and that's what we want. But ultimately, it comes down to the players, it comes down to the coaches making sure that we're ready mentally, and that's our job as coaches, to make sure that they're ready mentally, physically for a game like that. That way, no matter where we're at, whether it's I guess you could kind of go back and look at it like a summer camp, and we've traveled to Northwest or North Dakota State or wherever we would go for a team camp. There's not a lot of people that travel. We travel some, but not a lot of people that travel where you're getting a lot of cheering and a lot of crowd noise. Is it going to look different? Absolutely. Is it going to sound different? Yeah. But the bottom line is it's time to play football, and what matters is between the lines, and that we're mentally ready for that piece.